What's up everybody, welcome back to the vlog. And on today's video we're going to be talking 5 tools to help you shed hunting. These tools I'm using all the time. Today's March 12th, so we're kind of jumping into the peak of shed season right now. And as you're out there looking for antlers, these 5 tools are going to be helping you a lot. So before we jump into this video, I'm going to quickly ask you, if you like this video, please hit the like button below, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. That helps me a ton. And with that said, let's jump into today's video where I'm going to cover these 5 tools that'll help you shed hunting. The first tool that I want to talk about, and I use this every single time I go shed hunting, is some sort of mapping application. What I use is onX Maps. It's really great because not only can you scout areas before you go shed hunting to help you kind of pick where you might be walking, you can see property boundaries. If I find a piece that I really want to shed hunt and it's private, I can see that. I can get out the landowner information. I can go ask for permission then. If you're looking for public land, it also will show you all the public land boundaries. So onX is something that I am using all the time. And then when you're out there actually walking, I'm using the tracking feature. I'm always tracking what I'm covering because there's a lot of these areas that I shed hunt multiple times in a year. And when I go back in there for the second, third time, I want to see what I've already covered. And with the tracking on onX, I can see exactly where I've walked, what I've covered, and that way I can kind of avoid those areas if need be. Or if there were certain spots that I really liked, you know, with onX, it's really easy. You can just mark what you like. You can create waypoints. You can organize them with color, with different icons such as, you know, bedding, rubs, you know, sheds. I'll mark spot where I'm finding sheds, everything like that. So having a good mapping application is a powerful tool to help you shed hunt, and definitely something I think you should be using when you're out there. The second tool I think you should have with you while shed hunting is a backpack. Now, a backpack is going to serve for a couple different reasons. I'm always taking a backpack with me because, you know, a lot of times during shed season, it's in that spring time of the year where it might be right in the middle as far as how cold it is. That way when I'm out there, you know, if I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I can take it off, throw it in the backpack, don't have to worry. I'm always bringing stuff with me. I'm someone who likes, if you're anyone that's ever hunted with me, you'll know that I don't pack light. I like to have stuff with me even when I'm shed hunting. I always have like flagging tape in case I want to actually mark something. I'll use it for other things. And the big thing, hopefully you're using your backpack to fill it up with sheds. You know, if I'm out there for a long walk and I do happen to come across some antlers, or I do happen to start finding a bunch, I don't want to hold a bunch of sheds. So I always just throw them in my backpack. And that way if I'm walking out of an area, you know, if someone does see me, they won't see all the sheds because I don't like walking out of an area holding a bunch of antlers. If someone sees me that happens to be a shed hunter from on public land, they might go, wow, maybe I should go walk there. So I just like to, you know, throw the sheds in the backpack, and every time I go with me, I have a backpack. So definitely a tool that you should be utilizing. Tool number 3, and this should go without saying, is good boots. Now, where I live, it's usually, you know, there's a lot of snow, and so when it goes from snow, and then once it starts melting, it turns super mucky out there. So I've always got a pair of rubber boots on. You know, I'm wearing lacrosse Alpha Burleys, that's what I really like. And that way they're waterproof, but they're also comfortable and I can wear them for long durations of time. I'm always, you know, if you don't have a good pair of boots, I mean, if you don't have waterproof boots and your feet start getting soaked, if you don't have boots that are comfy, walking, you know, miles and miles in a day isn't going to be fun. I mean, I'll have weekends at the end of the month here. I'm headed to North Dakota actually, and in 3 days I hope to put on 30 plus miles. If I can get to that 10 miles a day, that'd be really good. I'm not sure if I'll quite cover that, but when you're covering that many miles, you know, 30 miles in 3 days, I want to have a comfortable pair of boots. So it's definitely a tool that, you know, you shouldn't overlook. If you don't have a good pair of boots, I would definitely recommend getting a comfortable pair of boots, something that you really like, and that's a tool that'll definitely help you find more sheds, because the more time you can spend walking, the better. Tool number 4 is going to be binoculars. Now, in various articles and videos, I've covered using binoculars before with shed hunting, but I'm going to just go ahead and touch on it again because it's that important. I've always got my binoculars on me. I'll always be scanning ridge sides, or whether somewhere across a creek or whatever. If I think I see an antler and it's, you know, more than 10, 15 yards away where I can't just walk over there and easily check, boom, binoculars are up. I'm scanning, I'm seeing if it's an antler. I think I might have covered it in one of my previous videos. The first shed this year I found back in January, I spotted from over 100 yards away. You know, I thought it looked like a tine. I wasn't really walking that direction, but I threw up the binoculars, noticed it was a shed. and I was able to go find it. So don't discount binoculars. I think they're very important when it comes to shed hunting, and they really have helped me find more antlers. And I think what they've done mostly is help me save time, because if you're not carrying a pair of binoculars with you and you think you see a shed, and let's say this, mysterious shed is 100 yards away. Now you've got to take, whatever deer trail you were on or wherever you're trying to focus on, you got to take and walk that 100 yards, because you're not going to just not check. You go check, see if it's an antler. Nope, it's a stick that looks like an antler, which we all know happens a lot. Now you got to walk the 100 yards back. It might not seem like that big of a deal, but to me, I like to be as efficient as possible. So I've always got my binoculars, and I think you should use them too. And the last tool that I'm going to cover today, the fifth and final tool, which, I guess you can maybe debate whether this is a tool for shed hunting or not. I'm going with it is water and snacks. The amount of times that I forget to bring water and snacks with me is too many, and those shed hunting days compared to the days when I actually bring water or Gatorade or whatever and some snacks, those days are much more pleasant, because especially if you're taking a half a day or a full day to walk, there's so many times where I'm not even thinking, I head out into the woods, 4 or 5 hours goes by and I'm like, shoot, I didn't bring anything to drink or eat. That sucks. So I always like to have water and snacks with me. And not only does it just make your day more pleasant, you get tired. So if you can take and walk for a few hours, take a little break, drink some water, eat some crackers, you have a sandwich, whatever, I think that'll help you, give you more energy, and that way, the rest of the time you're walking, you're more focused. Because with shed hunting, you need to be focused big time. If you're just walking, dilly-dallying around, not really paying attention, your odds of finding antlers are gonna go way down, because you need to be looking at small details, noticing tips of tines, the curvature of a main beam, stuff like that. So I think water, water, drinks, snacks, food, it's all important, and it'll really help you with shed hunting. That's all I got for you today. Another short and quick vlog. I'm gonna have some more shed hunting content coming here in the next couple weeks. And as we get into April, we'll start infusing some turkey content. I'll be down turkey hunting here in a couple weeks as well in Nebraska. So I'm really excited to bring you some of that. And that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. Like I said at the top, if you have time to hit that like, subscribe, and bell, I really appreciate it. I know you're getting asked that in every YouTube video you watch, but it means a lot to me. And as I continue to put out more and more videos, I'm really trying to make these as good as possible for you. And before you know it, we're going to be we're going to be out from the off season, and I'll be actually in the field more and more and taking you along with what I'm doing to get ready for deer season. Like I said, turkey hunting, and before you know it, we'll be in the fall again, and we'll be hunting a bunch. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you here on next time.